do my part 3 of theory crafting. This is like one day before the expansion comes out tomorrow. Gonna do some more decks and then yeah, try and think of some more things. The first thing I wanted to do was with the warrior, like that their new card that I thought was really bad, and it still is for the most part, but there might be potential, like the gain armor one. Let's see, where is it? The gain 10 armor. Yeah, bring it on. I realized that you could do some nasty tricks with this potentially if you combo this with Skulking Geist. So that this means with Bring It On, because it reduced their spells in their hands by 2, and then you combo it with the new Skulking Geist. Let's see. So you want to put 2 of these in, and then that means, because like this is like, oh, you destroy all the 1-cost spells, right? Well, if you reduce all their cards in their hand by 2, then that means you can get you can eliminate any 3-mana spells that are in their hand, or any 5-mana spells if you played one and then you waited and you played another. Most likely you'd want to. And I mean, you could do it in the same time, yeah. Because if you held on to 2 of these, you play 2 of these on turn 10, and then just play 1 of these guys. You could play 1 of them earlier to burn the 1-mana spells, or you could burn a 1-mana spell, and then burn just a 3-mana spell, and then the second one would be dead. But like, yeah, you could either burn both 1-mana spells and 3-mana spells, or 1-mana spells and 5-mana spells. Your choice. And so what I'm going to try and figure out right now is what cards and decks would that impact, and is it worth building a deck around that? Or at least, like, I mean, you don't even have to really build the deck around it that much, because that's just 4 cards, and it is going to gain you armor, so like it's not like completely terrible. Yeah, it's really going to reduce their minions, so like that's the thing too. Like, I gotta like figure out like the decks that it affects. Like, so if you take away their 3 or 5-mana spells, you also are making their minions 2 or 4 mana cheaper, and that could be like a more detrimental than getting rid of those spells. But like the first thought right off the bat is just, for sure with Freeze Mage, you play Bring It On and then 1 Geist, and then you burn all their secrets in their hand. So you're gonna burn their block. They're probably gonna have played their first block. Maybe not. If they're playing against a slow warrior, maybe they think they're gonna, they can get away with it. But if they know what you're doing, if they know this deck and it ever became a thing, then yeah, they're gonna play their ice block right away as soon as they can. So at least that won't get burned. But then there's a good chance they'll have drawn into their second block, or like so you can like at least burn 1 of their blocks with this. So and if you ran in Eater of Secrets too, like you could really hard counter Freeze Mage right now. Like, but with this deck, throw in an Eater of Secrets. Also, you're like, oh well, why wouldn't you just throw in Eater of Secrets? Because it also affects their other spells. We'll see what it. I'm gonna pull up just spells. Let's see, like, so let's see at least like the current in the, obviously I don't know all the existing decks, so I'm gonna do crafting so I can see the new cards now too. Okay, so we already know, I've gone over in the previous video, and like everyone's at this point hasn't figured out which 1-mana spells get burned. So Feral Rage, so you could really hurt. So the Geist and Warrior, and that you hurt Jade Druid even more. There's another Jade Druid card. These aren't. Oh yeah, and Jade Blossom. Wow. You get rid of all their Jade Idols and Earthen Scales. Earthen Scale, Jade Idol, Fail Rage, and Jade Blossom. But I mean, that's just the one in their hand. So you're not on these ones. That's the thing. It's not as good as the 1 mana one because that gets rid of all the ones in their hand and deck. And then I mean, and you're probably not gonna run little to no 1 mana warrior spells, but that's fine because maybe you'd run 1 whirlwind so you could fight off early game, but then like executes 2 mana. Brawls 5. Most of the warrior spells that are more than 1. There's really only like 1. So let's see what else is there. Yeah, so you really wreck Jade even worse than before. So you could potentially burn Nourish, but these ones are the least impactful. Like the 3 mana ones you can get off as soon as turn 8. But the 5 mana ones you would have to wait till turn 10, and you'd have to have both of the you'd have to have both of the warrior spell. Yeah, so I mean you'd have to have both of the Bring It Ons in your hand and be at turn 10 and not have used them, and have a Skulking Geist. So when I'm going through these, the 5 mana ones are a little bit less impactful because it's just like it's a potential. Like maybe you'd, depending on the deck you're playing against, maybe it's worth waiting to do that on. I don't know. That's why I'm going to go through all these spells and figure this out. So 5 mana you could burn. Yeah, again, Nourish is really good. Spreading Plague is going to be a good common card. Living Mana, if you're playing, they're gonna have like played 1, and like you're if you get to turn 10, you're like the game's already won or lost at that point against a Living Mana deck. So that one doesn't really matter. So that's it for Druid. So yeah, you can wreck Jade Druid even harder. Let's see. I mean, it's Hunter. What do you got? Deadly Shot. So, I mean, that's relevant. If Control Hunter ever becomes a thing, they'll probably have a Deadly Shot. Unleash the Hounds, and then another Explosive Shot. So the 3 mana application there has like matters a little bit. Okay. So Mage is where it's has the most spells. So Frozen Clone. So yeah, all their secrets, which is a big deal, especially. Yeah, so it could, if Secret Mage ever gets out of control, then this combination really wrecks them. I guess it doesn't wreck them too hard because they do like have the secret synergy minions, so they can play them at discounts a lot more. But yeah, Ice Block for Freeze Mage, all the secrets for the Secret Mage, well, all the playable ones anyway. Simulacrum, if they use that as an extra copy in the quest mirror, and so that one would have a lot hard chance of going off because they're going to be saving that, and because you can also wait to play that combination to where their hand's full, or like right when you think they're about to go off, or like when you could tell they're setting up for something. Volcanic Potion, and then Cabal's Tome for late game shenanigans. Also, with Mage to note too is because of Sorcerer's Apprentice, if one of those is ever on the battlefield, then you also have a potential to hit any 4 or 6 mana spells. So there's a very small chance for like Molten Reflection, but they won't. The only deck that this is played in, they won't play the Sorcerer's Apprentice and just leave it on there already. So that one's irrelevant. And then so yeah, Blizzard. Oh yeah, and then I am forgetting Blizzard and Meteor, but also then primordial glyph could just randomly reduce it by 2. So anything that's, for one thing, the Geist will just by itself will burn any of those 3 cost ones when it's a 1, and then let's see what else. So it's 3 minus 2. So 7 cost spells potentially. So Firelands Portal, that's reduced. This, but that could matter. So yeah, you really the thing that came to mind is how you can like take away an ice block from Freeze Mage, which is pretty big. If this, I mean, a Freeze Mage counter deck is pretty obvious, so if that's the only thing that comes out of this, I'm not going to build it, especially because, I mean, there's going to be Freeze Mages right off the bat, but not for a little bit, and if I have a feeling that Freeze Mage is getting weaker with this expansion. There's like a lot more life gain in general, and yeah. So 3 cost spells. So Divine Favor, that doesn't affect anything because that's going to be in an aggro deck. So by turn 8 you've probably already won or lost against aggro. And then 5 cost spells. All these ones are not played, but this could be played in the future, so that might matter. But it's not going to be played in this expansion. So Paladin's not affected by that. So it just makes your Paladin matchup worse, except for, I mean, you have 2 Skulking Guys, so actually, I mean, you can play, you know, it's not irrelevant because like against aggro you can just play the Geist on 6, and then yeah, you can just play it on 6, and then you'll burn pretty much their entire deck, or if it's a buff Paladin or an aggro one. Priest, yes, yeah, and you could really wreck a lot of Priest stuff just with the regular. It's like basically a Geist is always relevant against Priest because of the Northshire Clerics and Potions of Madness and Inner Fires. And then again, Radiant Elemental is going to burn extra cards in their hand. Oh, yeah, that is a synergy too that could protect it, because you can but then you'll know you can just kill it or wait, so it's not that big of a deal. So 3 cost ones. Shadow Form, Thought Steal might actually see play now, because now that everything's kind of slowing down, this is actually playable again. Again, it's the same deal where if this is in play, you can do that combination on anything that's 4 mana. So like this new Eternal Servitude. Oh man, you can get rid of the Shadow Visions in hand too. So Greater Healing, Mind Games, no. Master Spell might see play now actually. Shadow Word Horrors, like Shadow Madness, no. So 5 mana ones. Devour Mind is the only. Oh wait, and Power Word Tentacles. So yeah, and neither of those will see play. So mostly it's just having a Geist is going to be more of the impactful thing, not like not reducing the cost of the spells. So Rogue, Headcrack. I made like this new Headcrack might become common. Who knows? Like with the new Valyria, you can go infinite with Headcrack, so that could matter actually. Especially because like the Headcrack's not going to kill you right away, and you'll know exactly when the head crack's in their hand because they're going to go off with it once or twice. They're going to go off with it like twice. Maybe if they had both of them, if they ran two, then they'd hit you with two of them. That would be even better because then you know that this is in their hand and it's not going to be too bad when it hits you once, and then you could wait for that and then burn it. Mimic Pod, that's a good one to get rid of, and but this is a card that they usually play as soon as they can. Shadow Strike, when if not relevant now, but if Tempo Rogue becomes good, then yeah. And yeah, so Rogue wouldn't get too impacted unless like an infinite head crack one becomes a thing. Oh, but I mean, again, just like a vanilla Geist is gonna burn like basically half the rogues that it's gonna burn. They might be playing Cold Blood for combos. They're gonna most of them are gonna play Hallucination, maybe a Journey Below. Probably not Doomerang, but maybe. Yeah, that burns a lot of stuff. Not too, but impactful and Rogue, I guess. What about Shaman? Again, the Evolve's already burnt. That would be a big deal. 3 mana. There's a lot of 3 mana Shaman spells. So Farsight. Spirit of Echo, Lava Burst, Lightning Storm, Feral Spirit. Those all see play in and out, but none of them are like crucial. Lightning Storm would probably be the best hit out of those. This is probably going to get played already, but Lightning Storm is likely to get hit too because they're going to be holding it and waiting for it. Spirit of Echo is likely to get hit also. Might see a lot of play if things slow down too. And then 5 mana you get rid of a Volcano, and that could be a big deal too. Okay, so Warlock, what do you get rid of? Spreading Madness, Treachery, Unwilling Sacrifice. So there's some gimmick Treachery deck that could matter. Actually, I think Control Warlocks will run at least one Treachery, and like they could run double Treachery, double Doomsayer, but probably at least one of that. And then you could play. Oh wait, so you can't play it on turn 4 though. You have to. That has to be turn 8, and they're probably not gonna Treachery Doomsayer on turn 8. Okay, 5 mana spells. Vein of Doom, Feeding Time, Karakazam, no. None of those really matter. And in the mirror, you've got Blood Warriors. That could matter with these. Yeah, that could matter. There's some Blood Warrior synergy. And then Iron Forge probably not, but yeah, Brawl. You get rid of Brawls on turn 10, and that's a pretty big deal because they usually are holding an extra Brawl. Like if they run double Brawl, one of them probably went off earlier, but the second one they're probably waiting for the board to be like a big deal. And that could be a huge takeaway. Oh yeah, wait, Sudden Genesis too. So both of the ones that are like the greedy aspect of the new damage your own minions, decks, and warriors, both of them could be taken away. Okay, that's it. So yeah, it's not I mean, it's not even with. So the obvious one, it is worth building like just like a hard freeze mage counter, but I mean that's gonna look pretty obvious. Like I don't need to do that right now. And other than that, any of the other classes are all like niche things that you would want to counter, where if it's like a certain thing is getting out of control. Because other than that, just putting in most of those decks, like just putting one Geist in is all you want for it to keep any of that stuff in check. You don't need to like reduce anything. But yeah, like if there's certain decks that are like really good that just happen to have those cards I just went over, then it's worth. This is worth. That combo's worth bringing up. And yeah, it's not a lot. It's not like your deck's revolving around that. You could still like if you're building controlled warrior, you can still like just. Yeah, you can still like play your other cards, and then this is still like an armor gain. Alright. So what am I going to try and build now? Let me just actually, I'll just look at the ones that I already built. So I got new Dragon Priest, Death Rattle Priest, Highlander, Control. There's a couple more Priest ones I want to make, but I've made like the basic shells of some of the wide ranging ones, so there's probably one more I want to do. There was one I was thinking of last night. But mostly I want to like do like the broad archetypes, and then like I'll save like the fine tuning kind of stuff for actually like playing the decks. I don't want to make like too many different versions of each one. You got the Tempo Warrior, Mage. So I haven't done just a straight control warrior. The Elemental Mage, Secret Hunter, Control Paladin, that's going to be good. Taunt Druid, Evolve Throne, Death Rattle Hunter, Black Steel Lock, Full Zoo. Oh yeah, there's another. Okay, so Malagos, OTK, Rogue, and Miracle Rogue. Yeah, I wanted to do a full discard zoo, like aggro, like a full like aggressive discard warlock, and then also I'll do a control warrior, and then what was the other one I just saw? Oh yeah, I wanted to do an aggro druid, because the aggro druid's gonna be good. I should do that one first, because this is probably gonna be like one of the tier 1 decks. It's probably gonna be Aggro druid. I think the best one is the control paladin, and the number 2 might be aggro druid, but it's hard to say because there's a lot of anti-aggro tools. And then yeah, I don't know for sure what else will be tier 1, but I'm pretty sure that those 2 will. Tempo warrior could be. Evolved shaman still could be. So go here. Look at the lotus. Luxard. Wild. What actually? Not wrath. Savage Roar. Mana. Let's see, there is actually some new cards. Oh yeah, patches package. So if getting that patches out for free is good. I wonder if this penguin. Let's see how many cards I got. Yeah, I think the penguin is really good in here because you could get that in, you can get an explosive stat more often, but then your later game is hurt more. Wait a minute. Fledge. And then I liked having hydras in mine, but those are probably going to get cut, I think. So I'll just not even put them in because I'm pretty sure I'll cut those. Do I even have? Okay, I got two drops out there. No, I can't. So I can't put this card in. This will protect the stuff. So this is a maybe. I'll just click that for now. Druid of the Swarm, definitely. And then these 2 are like, these are maybes. Oh yeah, I forgot. See, I mean, you'd be substituting this for a Tar Creeper, and what's better to protect your guys? This has more health and can gain more health. You know, I'll sub out the Tar Creepers for this, and then because this protects your guys a little longer, but it doesn't kill the other guys. Like, see, it's not as good in the mirror. It's not as good as actually killing the guys. But for the initial deck, I want to substitute these for the Tar Creepers and see how they perform. And if it turns out there's like an issue of, yeah, the guys are just like trading into this and then living and barely, so they're just, basically it's stalling and it's not removing anything, and then yeah, I might want to put one of those back in. What I can't figure out is if these 2 are worth putting in. I mean, that's a little slower, but again, it protects your minions. This also gives the Crypt Lord even more health. Man, just with the Crypt Lord, actually getting these, like, let's just put both of these in for now, and let's see, I'll just take stuff out later. You can make an egg druid, might be something. Like a full-on token druid will be good too. That's another deck to make, and where you go more with like eggs and put this in there, and like violet teachers. Where's the other druid one that buffs up the taunt minions? Is that worth it? How many taunts do you have? You have the Druid of the Swarms, those has 2, the Crypt Lords, and then so that's just 4. Oh, I do think it is worth putting 1 Spreading Plague in. Maybe you just put the Tar Creepers back in, actually, and I'm forgetting something in here. We actually have, since this one's still going to be similar. Oh yeah, Dire Wolves, Galaka. I have 1 Galaka, 1 Hungry. I don't think Pirates and Murlocs are going to be as played now, but I could be wrong. Well, definitely Pirate Warrior is still good, so maybe it's good to have 1. Oh yeah, then the Galaka is good for eating the blood cell. Oh yeah, Firefly. Check it out. Firefly, Dire Wolf. Oh, this is already 32. Is the hero worth it? He's only 7. And he summons like 2 scarabs. Yeah. Too slow, I guess. Oh well. Fate Spinner might be worth it. Give your minions +2/+2. Yeah, that's a little less broad than the. This only gives you taunt minions. But this is a death rattle. It's worth it though. You play that or Living Mana. I mean, with after the turn before Living Mana. I think 2 is like getting too bogged down. Maybe a Spreading Plague is not worth it. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. So those are for sure, and then the Dire Wolf Alpha and the Vicious Fledglings could both get cut. So there's no room for the tick. Oh, the Galaka Crawler is a beast though too. And yeah, again, like, it eats your pirate, like your useless blood cell. I'll leave it out for now though, because at least, yeah, it's just things might slow down enough to where there's not that many pirates and it won't be that good. So basically it's more just like, these are cuttable too, but then it's like more explosive start versus later game. I guess if you just play that on an empty board, you can't. That's not that good of a play because then you just kill it. And then you play Living Mana. You just, yeah. You're probably going to be ahead on board, right? Unless you're playing against Evolved Shaman, which is going to be a thing. It's hard to say if this is worth having a 1 of or not. Probably not. I'm gonna cut the Spreading Flag, and then I'll leave the Crypt Lord in now, I think. But I have to cut 4 more cards. That one's probably too expensive, I guess. This card wins so many games on its own, but it's also like on the games where it's not like having a huge impact, not where it's not doing a ton of damage, it slows down the synergy of the rest of the deck. It wasn't always in the Aggro druid deck either. Yeah, but it is a beast too. See, that's the other thing is, you definitely want to keep Penguin, because Penguin can be played on turn 1. Like if you have coin, you can coin Penguin and Yasarj. Or, yeah, there's insane combos with Innervates, Yasarjas, Penguins. I'm gonna cut the Vicious Fledglings. So it's 2 more cards. It's probably gonna be either one of these. So that just gives the attack, but it's cheaper, so it's easier to combo with all the stuff. But it's more of a dead card. You're going for like the big explosion start anyway, right? So this is. For sure cut one of them though, but probably both. I like the Fate Spinner, the 1 of Fate Spinner, but it is kind of slow to get that combo off, because you have to, let's say you have, okay, so you have like a big board and you draw Fate Spinner and you play it, so your big board attacks. Well, no, so you have the big board, they can trade or not trade and kill some of it. They're going to kill some of it, right? Maybe all of it. So if you play this, if they kill all of it, then it's useless. Then if they trade, it's still okay, because on the next turn after that, if whatever they don't kill on the next turn, you can play more minions and then trade this in, and it's easy to let it die. And then the other scenario is your board's empty and you play it, and you have to hope that this 3 attack minion lives on turn 5. You don't want to iterate it out, because that would be a complete disaster if that died. It's like a high risk, it's like a very high risk, not super high reward. It's just like a regular high reward for a super high risk. So I think, yeah, I just cut the Fate Spinner. It looks like a really strong deck. it gets wrecked completely by Defile, but so does Evolve Shaman now. It might be worth cutting the second one of these for either the Tar Creeper or the Vicious Fledgling. Well, that's sold on the Direwolves also, but you gotta get your damage somehow. I wanted to do what was oh yeah, the discard Zoolock, the aggro discard. Clutch Mother, double Soulfire, double Amp. This might be playable now, just because you can get it off so much earlier because of the new card. We'll see. I'll just put it in for now. Succubus might be playable, so definitely both of those, both of those, both of those. I don't know about the librarian. So those. This card is going to take at least 2 hits. It's going to discard cards quick. So if I am going for the quest, I would want to put a Succubus just to like discard things even quicker. Let's go for it. Let's try and make the quest a thing, because that most people are just thinking like, oh, this is like a good card just for discard lock for aggro, but it's gonna discard so many cards that you're gonna get your quest done real quick. So I think it's doable. Playing this on turn 1 is still gonna cause you to lose to aggro, but what about Dark Chart Librarian? Is that good enough? It's just a 2-minute 2/3. It furthers the quest, but it does also draw you a card which you need to be doing. So I guess it's like every discard card except for this one. And Death Wing. They just build the deck for you. So you're gonna need. I mean, you get a hero for card draw, I guess, but you're gonna need like 1 mana stuff is good to play in combination because yeah, for one, I mean, this is definitely going in there. The stall, and then I mean, obviously Flame Im's good, but it does like that you're gonna be so behind that giving yourself a boost isn't that great. So maybe Flame Im isn't good enough. I don't know. Possess Villager, and then you can Mortal Coil for card draw and for finishing dudes. We have, of course, Defile. Where's Defile at? That'll be good for stabilizing too. That's actually something to note. You don't really want to be destroying any of this stuff because it's like high statted minions, so that card's bad. Wait, how many 2-drops do I? Oh, 7. No. You might want to. I mean, you could like throw this to the other side of the board, but you probably don't want to. In a discard deck. In a direct trade deck, you could use this to do tricky things. Whenever you play a card, remove the top 3 cards in your deck. Okay, so does that count as discarding though? Like all these ones specifically say discard, and that one doesn't. If that counts, then that'll get it done quick too. This is really good just in general. But it's a little slow in this deck. Need some more taunts to like help live once you do get your quest in. Kind of good, but yeah, I need an early game taunt. Oh yeah, like I mean, a lot of these are demons actually. Crystal Weaver is good, but again, demon. Wow, Crystal Weaver would be really good. But yeah, this is like you just die. Oh, so now you have like, that's a good amount of 4-drops or higher, which you don't want. So the 1 is probably good anyway. So there is no like taunts is the problem, but you do have the Defile, I guess, and you're gonna have like a fast start, right? Is the Possessed Villager like is? That's really strong, and that's like two of those would be nice. But I can't cut like early game stuff really, right? Maybe like the possessed villager is actually not really doing anything in this deck because it's not getting buffed up by anything. It's just like it's 2 attack. It's like it's a 1 mana 2/2. That's pretty good, I guess. And then I can Mortal Coil my own dude for draw if I have to. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has input on this deck. I'd like to hear it. I think like, because it was already like sort of close before, closer than people thought, and it feels like it's right on the verge right now of being actually good. It's probably better to just not play the quest. But I guess like, as compared to normal zoo, actually, like since this has less 1-drops and less impact roll 1-drops, like it's not as big of a deal as giving up your turn 1 in zoo would be. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's actually playable. No, it's doing the can't be saved glitch. What is going on? Maybe it is being saved and it's just not notifying me. No, it's not. Maybe. What the hell is it? Maybe discard lock breaks it. Damn it. Maybe it's too long of a title. Maybe that was it, because that wasn't like blacked out before. Maybe that was like throwing it off. Well, this is annoying. Screenshot it, I guess, but what sucks is I can't see the whole. Well, I know Doom Guards are in it, right? Oh, there we go. That's the whole list there. So at the very least, I guess I'll screenshot it. Saves it to OneDrive. Oh well, it's not too far. It's like every single discard card plus a Crystal Weaver and Defiles and yeah, Crystal Weaver, Defiles, Flame Man. But for this, I guess there is a lot of stuff added after that. But for the backbone is like every single discard card. This auto builds it for you. What was the other one? Yeah, Control Warrior. Just like a regular Control Warrior. Try to like a more like the old school style. They got I don't know if this is worth it. This isn't worth it unless you're going more all in on the whirlwind stuff. Definitely him. I think Rotface is worth it. Obviously the Lich King. Their double Bone Mare. Maybe these guys. I guess we don't care as much about their spells being cheaper, right? But I mean, you can stop. I think it's worth it. Also, you might take one out, but just because you can stop the druid spell from even being played, and Pyroblast. Yeah, right now you're just doing it for the druid spell, right? And I don't know if that's worth it yet. Maybe it is. No, it just disrupts spells in general though. I'm gonna put one in and test if there's room for it. Dead Man's Hand. Yeah, like it's an extra copy. If you have two of these, it's a little slow, right? Or it's definitely slow. There's probably not room for 10 of them. I mean, 2 of them, unless you're going like full fatigue. Well, let's see. Let's see. It's easy. I can just remove it. Armor smiths. We want the other armor smiths. Double brawl. Those are good. We want ravaging ghouls. Since we have both of those weapons, you can guarantee draw a weapon. The new one's good, where you draw 2 weapons. The question is, do you want 2 of these? I don't think you want 2 in Control Warrior. In a Tempo Warrior, maybe. Or if you were playing that one minion that eats weapons. Oh, executes. I'm not playing really anything early on, right? Oh, besides this. So I got the weapon, the armor smith. Maybe you do, because then you can guarantee get the war axe out to clear. I mean, I want 2 of those. I need more card draw. King Crush synergizes really well with the new hero. Because I don't even need to include whirlwinds. Because I've got like the 2 ghouls and maybe I want 1 because you can whirlwind and King Mosh in the same turn. I don't think I do though. I like King Mosh in there. Center removal. Yeah, need more card draw. I don't think in this deck this is probably better than what's it called? I'll give all weapons and retake this one. That makes that one dude even better. Yeah, Battle Rage. Because I don't have a lot of minions. I don't know, which is why like Bone Mare's not really buffing anything up. I need more, like, I feel like I need like a couple more early minions, but I also need that card draw. I'm gonna do 1 block, 1 Battle Rage. What was the one? How many spells do I have? Oh yeah, I was like, do I need 2 of these? I mostly just like want 1 of these as like an extra brawl. Just like you wait till you have brawl and then put it in your hand for anti-aggro. don't think you want two of these. Unless like you have like smaller minions, because if you have smaller ones, then like I don't know, maybe you do. See, this makes mine cost 2 more, because I don't. Do I care if any of these spells cost 2 more? Because I get to cast the spells then put them down. That's the thing. And most of those I can do, yeah. I can't brawl and put them down though, which would be a sick play. I like that. And then you get 6 Nerubin out of Bone Marrow him. So the one more card is going to be an early minion. That's good, but I have a high chance of getting a weapon, so Shield Slam because I have a lot of armor. I want like a 2-drop minion, or even a 1-drop, because frothing would be okay. Firefly, because that fights off aggro. That's like a 1 mana 2/4 basically. This to stall. Blood Sailor say it might not be bad because Doomsayer. One Doomsayer. And you just throw that down. I feel like I can fight for the board and take control of it though, without Doomsayer. Dirty Rat. What are the new cards that Dirty Rat's like messing up? It's really bad. It got worse because of the Lich King alone. Yeah, most of the new cards made Dirty Rat worse. Crawler. Acolyte's a pain. It's really good with, yeah, I should put in a pain instead of, I'm going to take out the, where is it? Or maybe Battle Rage. Maybe, do I take out the Battle Rage or the... I don't think I'm really hurting for armor gain, really. I'm going to take out the shield block, put in Acolyte of Pain. Do I want 2 Acolytes of Pain though? I think 1 with the Battle Rage is enough. Or I could just go no Battle Rage. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1 in Battle Rage. And yeah, I want like a 1 more strong 2 or 3 drop. Stonehill Defender. Yeah, I'll do a Stonehill Defender. Just 1. There's stuff that's gonna. I'm more so gonna go for killing off some threats and then stalling until I can like brawl, and then I'll start dropping like the big guns. Maybe King Mosh isn't good. Maybe I'd rather have a different big minion. Because I can't hero power and King Mosh in the same turn. Like a lot of my stuff is gonna get damaged too by my own cards. I'm gonna take out King Mosh and put in something else big. But that one was kind of like removal, so right now my finisher is just. Actually, you know what? Grom is good because I can whirlwind Grom in the same turn. Wait, where's Grom? Oh, it's in the warrior. Yeah, and at least that I could just trade into something at least. Seems like a pretty good deck. I don't think it's as good as the other control stuff, but it's definitely, you can win games with this for sure. Okay, so it's just one more and then I gotta go eat and do stuff, and before I go to work I gotta go eat. do one more. We'll do like a Benedictus meme deck, where my goal is specifically to just draw into him as quick as I can, and see if I can win by stealing their deck and doing stuff. Like, the strategy will revolve around playing their deck and synergizing it with some of the priest stuff. So you do want him still. And okay, the Lich King is just good. If the game's gonna go long anyway, right? So it's the new. Let's just do 2 of those for now. But I don't think those are gonna be worth it. This will. Maybe these, I don't know. Well, probably not those, but let's see. So you just want tons of card draw, right? And like survivability, like some clears and survivability. Maybe you just do pure removal. Yeah, I don't think you want 2 of those, right? So you want like potential cleric, double circle. Definitely 2 of those. These guys, Shadow Visions, to get more of these draw spells. Maybe not the Cabals. Oh, you want the removals. That keeps you alive. Lyra, double Dragonfire. Oh yeah, I should have put Velen in one of my other decks. Oh yeah, I wanted to do like a Barnes priest deck too. Oh yeah, so after this I'm going to edit my Kazakus deck, and I need to put Velen in. Because then when you just throw him down, after you've played this, just throwing him down means that does 4 damage, and you can I mean, I guess that's 4 if you just play cards too. Maybe it's not that good. Because you can just play multiple cards instead of playing a 7-drop. Not in this one. You have all these things, so actually I don't think that 2 of these is that good. Spirit Lash. I'll do 1 of those and a Pyro. Pyro. 2 Pyros. That's a lot of like clear in early game and stall. Acolytes, right? damage combo with all these spell things. Stonehill could be good. Yeah, one Stonehill. For now, but wait, is there? I'm trying to go all in on drawing stuff though. This is starting to turn. I'm like slowly, accidentally, just turning into like a normal, legitimate deck. Oh yeah, I could Barnes, and that might get it. It doesn't matter. It'd be good for Lyra and this, but again. Cult Master. I guess Oracle, like kind of, like, I get less of their cards and. Oh, Jones. Take this out. Yeah. So this is a solely wait, but then do these cards synergize? This is I'm just drawing. I succeeded in drawing him quick, right, and getting there. But do any of these cards really synergize with their cards well? Besides, like Lyra for just spells, or like Radiant Elemental. Oh well, I just want to get into a deck where he gets out quick and let's meme the shit out of them. There's probably like better synergies where you throw in certain cards that synergize with decks in general or specific counter things. Arch Bishop Priest. Where's my? I'm gonna change my Kazakus priest, and then that's it. Maybe one of the other priests too. But I'll more so I'll just alter those as I. All the other ones I'll just. Yeah, I already know that like I want to add in like Prophet Bell into them and stuff, so I'll just alter them as like I import them to the game before I like start a match or something. Oops, not villain. Prophet villain, and we're gonna cut what? Also, do I wanted a Stonehill Defender too. Get like an extra. Maybe I don't want a Stonehill. I mean, I could get one of these, which would be really good. But like on, what's do I have on curve though? It is kind of a slower curve. It'd be nice to have. Yeah, I'll cut this guy instead of Stonehill. And then I still need to cut another other card though. Holy Nova is not that good, but this affects. I have a lot of spells in this deck, so this affects me probably more than a random deck I'm coming against, right? And I have a lot of 6-drops anyway, so I'll cut this guy. Man, I like him though. Or Geist. What is Geist? Is only going to cut. For my own deck, I'm only going to lose Power Word, Shield, the Potion of Madness. So that's fine. Geist is probably. I'll cut the new Ruby Unraveler. Air unknown. Damn it. Oh, at least that was already saved deck. Alright, well that's going to be, just got to save this and then that's going to be the last thing I do. Alright, that's it. I'm going to have some fun tomorrow. I'll be playing these decks all day. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. My Twitch is right here, Shinamori. So if anyone that sees these videos can check that out. I'll be playing all kinds of different decks. I usually like to, even if a deck's doing good on the first few days, I just like keep switching anyway just for fun.